How's it going, everybody? This is Novakast back with another video, and well, we are going to be looking at the, or at least reviewing the next episode of Fallout from Amazon Prime. And instead of just making two sections, I'm just going to go through the entire thing, because honestly, yeah, it's better if I just, I'm going to say this, heavy spoilers, honestly, because wow, this was a really interesting episode, and I'm gonna say more so focusing on Lucy and the ghoul, and also interactions or issues with what's going on in the vault. So long story short, we have Lucy still kind of being captured by the ghoul, and as they progress through the wasteland, she is kind of given a little bit more and more of the itty gritty and like what transpires in the wasteland. They first encounter a guy who's turning into a feral, or a feral ghoul. The ghoul puts him out of his misery and proceeds to not only pull out his teeth, but, you know, take chunks out of them to make jerky. So that's fun to watch. And progressing through that, they do end up at this, by the way, super duper mart, really nice. And it's a operation, or at least inside is an operation where these people take survivors and basically harvest their organs for money, or for vials, so to speak. And which is why the ghoul's there, because he wants to get these vials, which I guess prevent, or at least help, like, not prevent, but help stave off them turning feral. So Lucy's able to escape, well, at least escape the robot, which they used Mr. Handy, which is voiced by Matt Berry. And during this during her escape, she does unknowingly unleash all of the ghouls that they have trapped, because I guess inside this location they also have a bunch of ghouls trapped, or I guess stowed away. And upon releasing some of them, they're already feral. They kill off two of the guys that are running this operation, and Lucy has to end up killing the last one. And I will say, like, as the story, as this episode has progressed, she's had to do things that she would unfortunately not do. From, you know, being forced to carve off pieces of meat from the feral, the guy turning feral, to after a confrontation, actually first drinking radiated water, to during a confrontation with the ghoul, biting his finger off, only to have her finger basically removed. And then finally, after this one ghoul is about to attack her, she puts it out of its misery. And so far, towards the beginning, she's been trying to stay, like, kind of keep this sort of morality, so to speak, involving, you know, what's been going on with the wasteland. Now, also, as the show goes through its, you know, story, we do have interactions with the people of Vault 33. And her brother, Norm, played by Moses Iris, hopefully I said that correctly, is very questionable about what's going on, like how the raiders got in, and what to do. So they do inevitably enter Vault 32, because during one of Norm's passes at the the confinement area for the Raiders. He finds out that, at least from one of them, that whatever happened to Vault 32 happened way before the Raiders showed up. So Norm, as well as what's his name? I think it was Bud. I can't remember. It was like the cousin of Lucy. They go into Vault 32, find everyone dead. Everyone seemed to like have killed themselves or off themselves in some way, and they find out after exploring. They go through the overseer's office to find that there's some information that the vault for Vault 32 was open from the outside, and on top of that, it was opened by Lucy's mother. So, with that, the plot thickens. Like, what's going on? We do have really nice. I want to say, like, in terms of nice. I should say, nice progression. I would say almost with Lucy. In terms of, like, again, her trying to keep that morality, trying to keep, the golden rule. She keeps saying, like, there's the golden rule, and realizing that in certain ways, this so-called golden rule that she's kind of holding on to is ineffective in the wasteland. And even more so, even when, like, after, Mercy killing the feral that she had to kill in the Super Duper Mart, she still takes the time to, grab some of the vials and give it to the ghoul. I will say there's one line that I really love where she says, I may turn, like, because he makes a comment about her possibly becoming a ghoul down the line. She says, it was something along the lines of, like, I may become you, or I may turn into you, but I'll never be you, or be like you. And then before taking off, she just goes, "Golden rule, motherfucker," and walks off. It was such a great line. All in all, this episode was, really good. We got to see a little bit of, again, following with everything that's been going on with Fallout thus far. Kind of keeping to the theme and feel and, just everything. It is, and has been so far, a really nice show. This one, you know what? I'm going to say this. I enjoyed it. I absolutely enjoyed it. I'm going to give this if I were to rate this episode, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I like it. It has its good moments. It has its intrigue. It made me think of, like, hey, what's going on? What are they planning to set up next time for the future episodes? And I'm looking forward to what comes next. So, with that being said, again, 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Ask you guys to go check out the show if you have not yet. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care. And I'll see you guys next video.